welcome the VVIP. Now I'd like to invite Ebrahim Patel, the chairman of the WIEF Young Leaders Network, to give us some welcoming remarks.
Thank you, Program Director. His Excellency Dato Jailani Johari, Deputy Minister, Ministry of Communications and Multimedia, Ahmad Fuzi, Abdul Razak, Secretary General of the WIEF Foundation, Dato Bakar, Managing Director of WIEF Foundation, investors gathered here today, both the VCs and angel investors from the ASEAN markets and beyond, ASEAN startups gathered here today, ladies and gentlemen, friends. Excellency, many years ago when you started a business, there was very little support. People started off their businesses on an idea. People started their businesses off on a passion. And there was very little collective support for those businesses that were being started off. Research has shown that startup businesses tended to fail. And they failed not because the ideas were not grandiose enough, or that the business plan was not thought out. They failed because there was not sufficient support. I mean, with bearing these in mind, the World Islamic Economic Forum Foundation, through the Young Leaders Network, decided to come up with the IdeaLab, an ecosystem where both startups and investors and ecosystem players could meet. It's the first of its kind in Malaysia, and it brings together all the different players. It brings together everyone on the same common platform, and it gives everyone the opportunity to interact and network with each other. So I'm glad to say that in the IdeaLab 2015, which was started off last year, we had only 29 investors from 11 countries and 290 participants in total, consisting of startups, corporates, and investors. This year, we have 537 participants, 56 investors, and 152 startups from the ASEAN markets, plus Japan, New Zealand, Austria, and Iran. The investors are looking at different forms of investment. They're looking at different amounts as well. We're looking at the small types of investors, the small types of businesses. And it goes towards the philosophy of the chairman of the WIEF, who always talks about the bottom-up approach. How do we support the small businesses? How do we support those that are just starting off? And how do we create the opportunity for them to grow and the space for them to find themselves? And so investors and startups are looking at amounts ranging from $10,000 all the way up to $500,000. These are both post-seed and with tech companies as well. Excellency, you'd be pleased to note that we don't just concentrate on the tech industry, but we also concentrate on all other types of startups as well. And this goes towards what Prime Minister Najib spoke about when he said the 2017 is the year of not just the internet economy, but SMEs and startups as well. So therefore, IdeaLab is crucial in providing a platform for companies to find investments and market validation. Friends, we are here gathered today to do business. We are here gathered today to have fun as well. So please make sure that it's a positive end and you benefit greatly from this afternoon's and this today and tomorrow's sessions. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Patel. Now I'd like to invite Tan Sri Ahmad Fuji Haji bin Abdul Razak, the Secretary General of the WIEF Foundation, to give some special addresses.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang berhormat Datuk Jailani Johari, Deputy Minister of Ministry of Communication and Multimedia Malaysia, Datuk Bakar, Managing Director of WIEF Foundation, Brother Ebrahim Patel, Chairman of the WIN, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, and a very good morning to all of you. On behalf of the WIEF Foundation, let me welcome all of you to this WIEF IdeaLab 2016. We are particularly delighted to have with us here Yang Berhormat Datuk Johari, the Deputy Minister of Communication and Multimedia Malaysia, and we are extremely grateful to him for accepting our invitation to speak and also to officiate at this IdeaLab this morning. I also recognize within the hall today the presence of His Excellency Nico Barito, who is the Special Envoy of Seychelles or ASEAN, who's attending the IdeaLab as a registered participant. So please make full use of his presence. Our WIEF Chairman, Tun Musa Hitam, has asked me to convey his greetings and also his deep regret for being unable to attend the opening session this morning due to a last-minute unavoidable change of program on his part, and also to speak on his behalf. But he will certainly be attending the luncheon this afternoon when he will be delighted to meet all the participants attending the IdeaLab. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned by Brother Ebrahim just now, this is the second time that the WIEF Foundation, through the WYN, is organizing this IdeaLab. And I want to single out Fazil and his team, Daniel, Sai, and many more, and also our colleagues who have been working very hard to ensure the success of this two-day event. On our part, we look upon it as part of our contribution for the success of the Malaysian Entrepreneurship Week, which is held in close collaboration with MAGIC, MBAN, which is the Malaysian Business Angel Investor Network, MOSTI, and the Global Startup Awards. We also believe that the 2016 IdeaLab is very much in line with the various initiatives undertaken by the Malaysian government, as announced by the Prime Minister during his budget speech and was alluded to just now by Brother Ibrahim. The government of Malaysia, as you are aware, has decided to invigorate startups by allocating some 200 million from the Working Capital Guarantee Scheme, also to encourage investment in high technology startups by introducing a new pass category called Foreign Knowledge Tech Entrepreneurs, and also to declare 2017 as the startup and promotion year in line with the role of SMEs in significantly contributing to the nation's growth and labor market. The development of SMEs in particular has always been one of the key elements in the agenda of the WIEF Foundation. As organizer, nothing can be more exciting and rewarding for us than to see the presence of some 537 registered participants, consisting of startups, corporates, and investors from 32 countries, and with more than 80 investors, both VCs and angels, attending the IdeaLab. We are also delighted to see the tremendous response received to set up booth at the Startup Ecosystem Fair, with the involvement of some 44 companies participating during the two-day event. I understand that investors present, including those from within ASEAN, Japan, New Zealand, and Singapore, are also looking to invest around 10,000 US dollars to 500,000 USD in seed to post-seed stage tech companies in the ASEAN region. Their main interest apparently is to look for the next big innovation in internet services, e-commerce marketplaces, fintech, and other related sectors. These will certainly open up new business opportunities for young entrepreneurs willing to take up the challenges ahead for the mutual benefit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at the broader level, our basic aim here is to contribute to the continuous development of the startup ecosystems. By working together with like-minded investors, we hope to find and bring about the next technology revolution within the ASEAN region. I'm heartened to note that a number of you here have attended our first IdeaLab last year. This is wonderful indeed. We certainly welcome your presence as demonstrating your keen desire to find new ideas, avenues, contacts, and collaborative opportunities to better meet your business objectives. We hope the two-day program is comprehensive enough in terms of content and diversity as to meet the needs and expectations of all participants. Now, based on the feedbacks received, those who attended our event last year, 3 major participants managed to improve the business sale, and this is something that we are very happy, and we hope that this is something that will also happen at the end of this IdeaLab. Our hope is that all the participants concerned would keep on trying and to look upon each failure as a process towards eventual success. It is quite normal to fail before you succeed. And as Tom Kelly from IdeaLab Partner once said, fail often so you can succeed sooner. So we urge you to persevere even if you may fail. As Seth Godin used to say, the only thing worse than starting something and failing is not starting something at all. Our hope this time is to see some earth-shaking ideas being generated and greater inroads being made by the startups attending the IdeaLab. We look forward to such a prospect that will not only enable you to make a name for yourself, but also to contribute positively to helping build a strong community and an innovative generation within the ASEAN region. However, all this will only be achieved with your own commitment, dedication, and resolve to ensure the success of all that you have set for yourselves. So let me end by urging all of you to get started. It would certainly be good in this context to follow the words of Walt Disney, who once said, "The way to get started is to quit talking and to begin doing." And Winston Churchill himself used to say that success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. With these words, let me wish all of you the very best at the IdeaLab. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Tan Sri. Now I'd like to invite young Muhammad Datuk Jailani Johari to give us a couple of special remarks.
Thank you, our MC. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam sejahtera, and very good morning to all of you. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Fuzi Abdul Razak, Secretary General WIEF Foundation, Mr. Ebrahim Patel, Chairman WIEF Young Leaders Network, yang berbahagia Datuk Syed Abu Bakar Al-Moza, Managing Director WIEF Foundation, His Excellency Mr. Nico Barito, Sekjen, distinguished delegates and speakers, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Before I proceed, I would like to say selamat datang to some of our delegates from overseas. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer for inviting me to officiate this forum. It was a great pleasure for me to be here with you this morning at the World Islamic Economic Forum, or WIEF, IdeaLab 2016. In his budget speech just over a week ago, the Honorable Prime Minister of Malaysia spoke about the internet economy. We can see from his announcement that 2017 will be the year for SMEs and startups, with 100 million ringgit being allocated for various initiatives relating to these groups. So here we are today at WIEF, an event where IdeaLab can catalyze the growth of startups, not only in Malaysia, but also in the ASEAN region. Businesses need to have a conducive environment and a strong support structure to expand their reach. And this digital age, it is all about being connected. Here in Malaysia, connectivity is at over 76%, and under the 11 Malaysian Plan, 95% of populated areas will have coverage. Under the MCMC, or Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commissions, much has been done to ensure that these targets are met. Building another 1,000 telecommunication towers, 1 Malaysia Internet Centers, community Wi-Fi, as well as putting devices in the hands of the populations via various initiatives. And most recently, the recent budget announcement that 1 billion ringgit Malaysia is being allocated to improve broadband across the country. Ladies and gentlemen, being connected in itself is just half the story. ASEAN has embraced the idea of spurring social and economic transformation through ICT, and this in turn gels with Malaysian vision to be a developed nation by year 2020, with a knowledge-based and empowered society. The government idea is to bring the country into the internet economy where the population embraces a digital lifestyle. In Malaysia, the effort is marked by the creation of smart communities. Our smart communities are guided by 7 principles ranging from upgrading infra to engagement with local authorities, local institutions, strategic partners, and developing applications relevant to local communities. The pilot smart community project in Malaysia was in Kemaman, Terengganu, on the east coast of Peninsular Malaysia. At the heart of this project is the One Malaysia Internet Center that provides collective broadband access, but the project has many flagship initiatives, including an award-winning flood management system. Of particular interest to those of you here today might be the Innovation Center in Kemaman, that is an accelerator program designed to drive creativity and entrepreneurship, as well as maximizing and capitalizing on opportunities in the various markets. Today, this model is being replicated in various parts of the country, such as Kota Belud and Lundu in the East Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, what infrastructure and platforms in place? What other things are in store for our SMEs and startups? I mentioned earlier the 100 million ringgit allocations under the budget 2017. This means the e-Rezeki or e-Fortune and e-Usahawan or e-Entrepreneur initiative launched by Yang Maha Prime Minister last year will be expanded further to encourage greater cross collaborations to support the nation digital inclusion programs. Our efforts in this sector are matched by similar efforts under the purview of other ministries. For instance, the Ministry of Education will incorporate coding and computational thinking in schools to nurture future digital innovators, whilst the Ministry of International Trade and Industrial Committee has been driving the e-commerce aspect. In Malaysia alone, e-commerce growth is projected at 11% in the coming year, amounting to at least 17 billion ringgit Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, being connected transcends borders. For a truly connected world, we must all evolve in smart nations. The ASEAN countries have all begun their transformational journeys, and we can all learn from each other's experience. I'm also looking forward to the session after lunch when I'm told that Mr. Udesh Chaska, is he here? Oh, okay, Udesh, sorry. CEO of All Chat World will be presenting a talk on hacking towards a smart nations in ASEAN and telling us how this initiative will spearhead the Smart Nation in ASEAN initiative together with other startups and industrial partners. Ladies and gentlemen, governmental efforts will open up even more opportunities for SMEs and startups to engage and trade in the international arena. In the next 2 days, as mentioned, I would urge you to think of how you can leverage on the many initiatives that have been put into place for your benefit and innovate accordingly. I would like to congratulate again the organizers for putting together such a comprehensive programs and which all the participants a fruitful and productive engagement. If e-commerce is the new frontier, then you, the SMEs and startups, are the pioneers of an exciting future ahead. With Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I hereby declare the WIEF IdeaLab 2016 open. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alright, thank you, Young Muhammad. Now I'd like to invite the VIPs and all the members of the media to head over to the VIP room for a press conference. Alright, now moving on to our next session.